rabu inni Viksik Bharat Youth Parliament 2025 district level local zong te mera yuva Bharat Champhai le government Champhai college te mingin chibai kapuk chawa tuna chuan chief guest principal to say turin nilo somang.
Today I would like to welcome you all in this prestigious event of Viksik Bharat Youth Parliament 2026. Viksik Bharat Youth Parliament hindi kumlama te po kan lo organize to apoy mo na ahi kan khiat te po turin karinga hemi inaugural speech hian te man highlight te po kan duwa enge ni Viksik Bharat Youth Parliament hian atum tilaya hi hanin sil tharle te po atuling kan ria chanchun ni kumlama tel to po kan ni mai theya la tel lo te po kan ni mai thei boka Viksik Bharat Youth Parliament ina atum machu chalai te hemi ram ro rel na until tel tura in buat sai na a pre training platform ani ber maya chuta chuan hemi parliament a kher ni lo po citizen kan ni anga citizen tha ramro rel na apua kan bang bo lu du lo na turte ten mi te ma a thu han soi ngai hu na po thatta kan soi thina turatan te ten India ram kalphung democracy kalphung hrim te po kan riat chian le zol turatan te tin ram le namtana mitangkai man tlak kan ni thena turatan te capacity building program pakhat ani telani ti kha voinen kan riat poimo chuwang chon India sarkar hian 1960s atang khan hediang anga hi alo buat sai to chuwang chon vision hi thui khop mai 1960s vela tanga tiang ang vision lo nei to kan sarkar khoi tu te le kan ram khoi tu te an lo ni dai to chumi ne wang chuan thu finga kan sei thina thalai te hi nakina kan ram khoi tu tur te ni ti kha kan thu fing pakhat ani chumi atana in buat sei na kong poimo takani ti hi voinia kan riat apoimo ani chuwang chen voinia helaya hadiang ang platform thatak mai keima ni sum seng lova sarkarina platform minon chop chua sa ke hi ya poimo i man tangkai athale maya kan ngai lut deu po atulani pathian zara kan damanga sarkarin hi hela tizel tura po be seila tiang khan kan nau te po kini ho chu 6 semester kan ni to nakumlama chuan he college hian kan kal thei to kher lawang amaro chu kan ngai poimo zia le atul zia hi kan nau te zo ka hi hril hriata ambassador akan changal apoimo khop mai ti kha voin lia hian kan soidu ani ya chan chu he Viksik Bharat Youth Parliament program hi nakin loka achor tangkai tu chu keima ni thalai te hi kan ni vayan niamo mingowan niamo mihangan niamo biengan niamo mongoloid an niamo dravidian zan niamo kha khan binbar lawani chuwang nang keima ni kan personality hi hediang ang platform hian kan cher thata kan man tangkai apoimo ani voini apo tiang za ta hi he youth parliament competitors turin kan lo kala voini hen hei hian adopt na ani mai lova heta tangin state level tiang khan national level sorry kal chhozel do na chumi dia wang chuan voini hen kan capacity le kan capability hi nge ni ti kha national platform pho chuan tur chance kan nei ni ten awan nei le ati thazual bik tan chuan kan soyang khan parliament da thu soi thena chance kha ala do na voi khat pian ve mana MP ni lem lo po parliament thu voi khat soi ve hrim po kha lifetime achievement ani to sa hrim ti te po kha voi ni hen ria ila tu tan bik man ni lova voi ni hen ke hian ka thei ti kha ria ila ngai poimo thar zelangu ti kha kan soidua hei ba ka hian hun danga po kan la organize sanga chuta po chuan college a hian ron kal to lo ma ula a platform a kum danga non tia kha chuan college zirlai pelama pon lammi po youth a age bar kha oma khami chunga mi kha chu an tel thevek ti thin kha ni a engpon ni se a guidelines kha chu adang lam kha ta ni pon kha kha cheng po ni se min la rin lu tel the de chuan voin ba ka hun danga po hian he youth parliament platform ni non chop chua hun una chuan tel turin kan ril nu lo in buat sai sau sau la ti kha kan soi duwa ngai poimo ngai lut a phu ni cái mà ni tan ani a cái mà ni kan engange kan skill engange kan capacity ti apo kha kan in riat naturatam po poimo a ten bin zirmi te kan ni veka tu ma eng thiam sa anom mia lova in zir choba ka tiang khan ni a USA president LRM Abraham Lincoln te po kha kan ria a ai contest tan tir phei chuan mi nan nui satani thu soi thiam lo lutuk ania chawang chuan America president candidate ta na ani ron in for chua ga ver ron tive kha mi in an nui sata ma se a bei tanga to pa chuan America president ta jinga voini thenga sul nunga ber ta jinga mi na kan soilar ber ta jinga mi along ni tani chu ni voini a hian he youth parliament competition hanti bai taila atong ka makha dik chelo mai thie helaya platform ma kanin expose a hian voina hian a then chu kan voi khatna ni mai the kan thiam lu duk lawa kanin ngai ni point we have a second chance ti kha ria ila chu da chuan voin ni a hian kan thei top kan chuanga chu da chuan kan lo tling chelo ni po in next a chuan lo tlinga he ta in for sang turin chance kan nei don ti kha khachungin voini hi ngai poimo in buat sai la kan theina zong sor chuak turin voini a hian kan idea kan ngai dan te tin kan vision te national level a pho chuan na chance kan nei platform ani hei lo hi kan nei lo ni YouTube pa ti veng ko ti lamin an follow len lo jana ho via bang amaro chu he platform ro hi chu national level platform ani awangin tula po hian record ani vek dona chu ina kina upload ani dona adu apiangin thu soi kha an lo en thei don ani access thei ani dona chu wang chuan national level platform a hian in expose sa don ani chumi ne wang chuan voin ni a hian he chance opportunity thalutu sarkarina min chop chua sakhi mi malti chop po ni lo sarkarina mumal taka ruaman na fel tak nei chunga aron chop chua platform a hian kan tela kan van nei ni ti kha in ria ila a chuan te po in chuang ang voin ni a hian khoi sen takaron pen chuak te hian recognition in ho ani ti kha ria ila mi in thu soi voi khat kha an nunata na turning point thataka an mang thei ti riat turani chumi ne wang chon voin ne in thu soi hi mai don lova tu motal chuan enge mota na lo mang tang kai thei ti ria ila thatakin uluk takin man mo si lovin amaro chu fel fai takin soi kan tu manga kanin expose anga chuan national level international level theng po in alani theye mi ina min lo mel khia the tur platform sarkarin duat takin du sak takin min chop chua sakani ti hi voin ni a hin kan khia ta poimo a kan lo ngai hlu lo wanga voin ni a hian compulsory attendance kan tia wanga local mai ni lovin voin ni a hian ke kani ke ma kani kanin ti thena turatan voin ni a hian chance chop chua sakin ni a voin ni hen chu mang tangkai turin kanin fui thara khun lo la kal zel tura po hei hi chance kan nei phot chuan ti zel itumang u ti kha voin ni a hian kanin cha kanin fui tu ani voin ni a hian he hun lutak a hian thataka he Viksik Bharat Youth Parliament 2026 hi kan man tangkaya he chance hi kan tan platform thataka lo ni zel thena turin lom takin he program hi ka honga du sakna ka lan bok cheuni kalome
along omleme kan chief guest Dr. C Ladong Liana Principal Government Champhai College to say changkan in thalai tina kan mo phurna India rama democracy kan mo phurna thalai te kan ne na angin tam takaron reflect ani India theme akha 50 years of emergency lesson that we have learned from that emergency akha ani ne 1977 to vera emergency anlo po na changa keimani ina enge kan lo khami changa kan lo enge kan lo zir so India kha developed country aloni thene to 2047 ani okuna developed country ti kan lo in chalve thene to anga malak na chikhatani te kha kan sabai han thetlang leila ti chon he bo India hiani kan chief guest tan hian present chede kan pot sai ve a khomaya sar ka hela hiani loading se kami present kami han saktorin miss hingsang zoali kan some
to speak on the topic that defines and reveal both the vulnerability and the strength of our democracy. The 1975, also known as the Dark Age or the Emergency. I am David Buangkuma, son of Vanel Tuangi from Champhai, Viksik. On 25th June 1975, the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi declared a nationwide emergency. For 21 months, our fundamental rights were suspended. And not only that, our opposition parties were jailed. And not only that, the press were silenced. Fear took over our nation. Let us not soften it. Our democracy was suffocated. But here's the truth that defines India. It survived. In the 1977 Indian general elections, the people did something that is extraordinary. They did not pick up weapons, they picked up a ballot paper and peacefully vote out the powerful government. That was democracy, that was freedom, and that is how the people of India shows that no power is greater than its people, and no leader is above its constitution. But here's the harsh truth. Democracy does not die when things roll on the streets. It dies when the people stop thinking, when they care about something else. It suffers when corruption is excused just because we let it slide and it just benefits us. So, we should remember the emergency, because if we become indifferent, the history can repeat itself again, but in a quieter and harsh way. But ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, I live in a country where my fellow youth care about their appearance, perfecting their image, instead of listening about their own constitution, learning and perfecting them. Little did they know that their freedom is quietly tested. So, today, we should remember the emergency and learn from it that we must be citizens and not spectators. And let us question, but responsively. But let us disagree, but respectfully. And let us vote not to our emotion, but thoughtfully. Because the strength of India does not lie in the people alone, in the leaders alone. It lies in the 1.4 billion people who are aware and courageous. India has about 22 languages and thousands of dialects, but we speak in one voice. And that voice is something that changed the very powerful government. The future of India is not written in the parliament alone. It is written in our hand, our choice. India is ours, and the future is in our hand. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dua, son of Lalongwe of Naknan. As we mark 50 years since the emergency of 1975 to 77, we revisit one of the darkest yet most instructive chapters in India's democratic journey. The emergency reminds us that democracy is not guaranteed. It must be protected by everyone's generation. Now let's talk about the context. The emergency. It was declared on 25 June 1975 by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. It was lasted 21 months until March 1977. Civil liberties suspended, press censored, opposition leaders jailed, and elections postponed. The constitution spirit was overshadowed by authoritarian rule. Let's talk about impact on democracy. Freedom of speech and press curtailed. Judiciary weakened under political pressure. Political opposition silenced through arrest. Citizens experience how fragile democratic rights can be. Now let's talk about lessons for Indian democracy. Number one, democracy is fragile. It requires constant vigilance. And number two, checks and balance are essential. Judiciary, media and civil society must remain independent. Number three, people's voice is supreme. Free and fair elections are the ultimate safeguard. Number four, youth participation matters. Young citizens must question authority, uphold constitutional values and resist authoritarian tendencies. Relevance for Viksik Bharat. A developed India cannot exist without a strong democracy. The emergency teaches us that development without freedom is hollow. For Viksik Bharat, youth must defend democratic institutions, promote transparency and inclusivity, ensure accountability in governance. In conclusion, the emergency was a dark chapter, but it gave us a brighter lesson. Democracy is not just a system, it is a responsibility. As the youth of Viksik Bharat, let us pledge to protect democracy so that India's future is both prosperous and free. Thank you.
My name is Dong Sombiana, son of Dosian Langa of Vapar. The 19th emergency in India proclaimed by then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi remains a significant event in the country's democratic history. The emergency lasted from June 25, 1975 to March 21, 1977 and is often cited as a critical juncture that impacted civil liberties, political oppositions, and the fundamental framework of Indian democracy. Now, let's talk on impact on democracy. Number one, suspension of civil liberties. During the emergency, basic civil rights were suspended. The government imposed censorship on the press, curtailed freedom of speech, and allowed for arbitrary arrest without due process. This environment of fear stifled dissent and opposition, altering the democratic fabric of the nation. Number two, concentration of power. The emergency marked a significant centralization of power in the hands of Indira Gandhi and her government. This has raised concerns about authoritarianism within a democratic framework, as the ruling party attempt to suppress opposition through various means. Now let's talk on lessons for today. India. Number one, vigilance against authoritarianism. The emergency serves as a reminder of the fragility of democratic institutions. In contemporary India, there is a need for constant vigilance against any tendencies toward authoritarian governance, including the potential infringement of civil rights and liberties. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Joseph Lalo Zola. My mother's name is Kelal Kumi, and I'm from Nala. The 1975 emergency since 25th June 1975 to 21st March 1977 is often called the darkest chapter in Indian democracy. It serves as a stark historical reminder of how constitutional provisions can be misused to suppress dissent and concentrate power in a single individual. Reflecting on the 1975 emergency, the emergency was proclaimed by President Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed on the advice of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, officially seeking internal disturbance under Article 352 The immediate trigger was a 1975 judgment by the Allahabad High Court that found Gandhi guilty of electoral malpractice and disqualified her from holding office. The impact on democracy. Let me point out some points. Suspension of rights, press censorship, mass arrest, judicial subversions, constitutional change. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I, Judy Masongkiwi, daughter of Jel Hingsanga Champhai. Today, I'm going to speak about the 1975 emergency in India and the lesson we learned from it. The emergency was declared on 25th June 1975 by the Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Under Article 352 of Indian Constitution, it was declared on the grounds of internal disturbance. This period lasted for 21 months until March 1977 and is considered one of the most controversial phases in Indian democracy. During the emergency, fundamental rights were suspended. Citizens could not freely express their opinions, and the freedoms of the press were heavily restricted. Newspapers were censored before publications. Many opposition leaders, including Joy Prakash Narayan, were arrested. Political protests were banned, and thousands of people were detained without trial. The government argued that the emergency was necessary to control political instability, rising protests, and economic problems. At that time, there were large movements against corruption and governance. However, critics believe that the emergency was mainly declared to protect political power after a court judgment challenging the Prime Minister election. This period teaches several important lessons. First, democracy is fragile. Even in a democratic country, rights and freedom can be limited if power is misused. Secondly, it shows the importance of check and balance. Institutions like the judiciary, media, and opposition parties play a crucial role in protecting democracy. When these institutions are weakened, democracy suffers. Another key lesson is the power of the people. In 1977, when elections were finally held, the people voted against the ruling government. This peacefully transfer of power proved that in democracy, the ultimate authority lies with the citizen. The 1975 emergency is a reminder that freedom should never be taken for granted. It encourages us to stay aware, value our constitutional rights, and actively participate in the democratic process to ensure that such a situations does not happen again. Thank you.
Good morning, respected judge and my dear fellow students. I am Ilmanga Izwali, a student of PA, 6th semester of Champhai Government College. I am daughter of Vanal Thanga and I reside in Champhai, Viksik. Today I would like to speak about an important period in India history, the 1975 emergency, its impact and the lessons we learned from it. The emergency was declared in India on 25 June 1975 by then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Under Article 352 of the Indian Constitution, it lasted for 21 months until March 1977. During this time, the government said that there was a threat to the country's stability and security. However, the emergency had a strong impact on democracy. Fundamental rights of citizens were suspended. People could not freely speak about the government. Many opposition leaders were arrested and put in jail. Newspapers were censored, which means they could not publish news without government approval. Elections were postponed and the normal democratic process were stopped for some time. This period created for among many citizens, students, political leaders, activists, and common people who opposed government policies were detained. At the same time, the government introduced some programs for economic discipline and population control. While some people believe these steps brought order and efficiency, many others felt that their freedom was taken away. The impact of the emergency was deep and long-lasting. It made people more aware of the value of democracy and freedom. When elections were finally held in 1977, the people of India voted for change. This showed that in a democracy, the real power lies with the citizens. Now, Let us talk about lessons we learned from the 1975 emergency. First, democracy must always be protected. Freedom of speech, freedom of press, and the rights to express opinions are very important in a democratic country. Second, power should never be misused. Leaders must act responsible and respect the constitution. Third, citizens must stay aware and active. A strong democracy depends not only on leaders, but also on informed and responsible citizens. Lastly, the Constitution is the backbone of our country. It provides rights and also sets limits on power. We must respect and protect it at all costs. To conclude my speech, 1975 emergency was a challenging time in Indian history. It tested the strength of our democracy, but it also made our democratic system stronger in the long run. By remembering this period, we learn to value our freedom and ensure that such situations do not happen again. Thank you.
Everyone, my name is Champhai, daughter of Champhai Benglai. Today I would like to speak about the Indian emergency, the impact and the lesson. The emergency was declared on 25th June 1975 by the Prime Minister of India, Indira Gandhi. It was announced under Article 352 of the Constitution because the government said the country was facing internal disturbance. The emergency lasted for about 21 months until March 1977. During this time, the government had very strong control over the country. The impact of the emergencies was very serious. Many political leaders and activities were arrested and put in jail without trial. People's fundamental rights such as freedom of speech and freedom of expression were limited. Newspapers and media were censored, meaning they could not freely publish news or citizen the government. Many citizens were afraid to speak openly about politics. The government also introduced strict policies and programs that affected the lives of ordinary people. However, the emergencies was taught the country many important lessons. First, it saw the importance of democracy and protected our fundamental rights. People realized that freedoms and democratic value must always be protected. It highlighted the importance of strong institutions like the judiciary, the parliament, and the media. This institution helps to keep a balance of powers in a democratic country. Thirdly, it reminds citizens that they must stay aware and participate in the democratic process, especially through election. In 1977, when elections were held, the people of India voted and saw the powers of democracy. Lastly, the emergencies of 1975 is an important chapter in the history of India. It values lessons about freedom, responsibility, and the importance of democracy. It reminds us that the right of citizens must always be respected and protected. Thank you.
Respected judges, esteemed professors, and my fellow students present here, a very pleasant good morning to you all. It is my privilege to stand before you in this competition, and I am H. Larinsani, daughter of H. Ramdin Thara, residing in Velai, Champhai. Also, I am a student of Government Champhai College, economics major, 6th semester student. Today, I will be talking about my thoughts on the topic, the 1975 emergency and its lessons, as it is one of the most important events in India's democratic history, a time when our freedoms were taken away, but also a turning point that taught us valuable lessons. On June 25th, 1975, the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi declared a state of emergency, saying the country faced internal problems. For 21 months, India was under strict government control. Fundamental rights were suspended, the press was censored, and many opposition leaders and activists were arrested. Ordinary citizens could not freely express their views. In short, the democracy was put on pause. The emergency showed how fragile democracy can be when power is misused. It reminded us that freedom is not permanent. It can be taken away if people are not careful enough, but it also showed the strength of the Indian people. In 1977, when elections were finally held, citizens were voted strongly against the ruling party. This proved that the people of India are the true guardians of democracy. There are important lessons one must carry forward, like democracy needs constant protection, one must stay alert against any misuse of power, institutions like judiciary, media, and civil society must remain independent. They are the checks that prevent dictatorship. Citizens must stay active and aware. Participation in elections, debates, and public life is the best safeguard of freedom. Also, fundamental rights should never be taken for granted since they are the foundation of our democracy. As we all know, the emergency of 1975 was a dark chapter in Indian history. It also became a reminder of the strength of our democracy. It taught us that freedom is precious and must be protected every day. As citizens of today's India, we must remain vigilant, alert, responsible, and committed to ensuring that such a situation never happen again. Thank you.
Good morning to our respected judges, our esteemed guests, and everyone present here today. My name is Lelaram Klimliana, son of Vanlel Sampuya. I live in Viksik Bharat, Champhai, and I'm also a student here in Govt Champhai College from the Department of Economics. Today I stand here before you to reflect on one of the most important and controversial and defining period of the Indian history. 50 years ago, on the night of June 25, 1975, the Indian democracy was shaken, not by war and not by violence on the street, but by a radio announcement. A state of emergency was declared by the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, and for the next 21 months, the world's largest democracy functioned as a constitutional dictatorship. The immediate trigger was political. The Allahabad High Court found Indira Gandhi guilty of electoral malpractices and invalidated her election. Facing call to resign, the Prime Minister then invoked Article 352 of the Indian Constitution, citing internal disturbances. And what followed was one of the most controversial periods in independent India's history. Fundamental rights were suspended, the press was censored, the media was controlled by the government, and more than 100,000 opposition leaders, activists, and journalists were arrested without trial. The emergencies revealed a frightening truth that democracy is fragile. Institutions that are meant to safeguard liberty, which are the media, the judiciary, and the civil services, can weaken under immense pressure. And as B.R. Ambedkar warned, hero worship in politics is a sure road to dictatorship. However, in 1977, elections were held, and the people of India delivered a historic verdict. The ruling party was voted out, and the Janatiya Party came into the power. It is a powerful reminder that in democracy, ultimate authority rests with the people. The 44th Constitutional Amendment was later passed to ensure that certain fundamental rights, especially the right to live and the right to liberty, could never be again suspended so easily. So in the end, the Constitution corrected itself and democracy in India became stronger than ever. So what are the lessons for today's India? First, democracy is more than election. It depends on a strong and independent institution. Second, dissent is not anti-national. Questioning authority strengthens the nations. It does not weaken it. And third, freedom of press is essential in any democratic country. When information is controlled, truth becomes fragile. And finally, vigilance is the price of liberty. No constitution, no matter how well written, can protect its citizen or the freedom of its citizens if the citizens remain indifferent. And as we move towards the vision of Viksik Bharat, a developed, prosperous, and globally respected India, we must remember that true development is not measured only in GDP, infrastructure, or technology. A truly developed nation is one where institution is strong, freedoms are protected, dissent is respected, and citizens are fearless. A Viksik Bharat must also be a vigilant Bharat. A prosperous Bharat must also be a principled Bharat. And a powerful Bharat must always remain a democratic Bharat. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Govt, and
son of Shangtan Chomi of Kuangleng. Today I'm going to talk about the emergency, its impact on India, and the lessons we can learn from it. Let's start. The 1975 to 1977 emergency in India stands as one of the most critical moments in the country's democratic history. It was proclaimed on 25th of June 1975 by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. The emergency suspended normal democratic processes in the name of restoring order. While it was constitutional in form, its practice deeply tested the spirit of democracy and enshrined in the Indian system. And the impact on Indian democracy. The emergency had a profound and unsettling impact on democracy. Fundamental rights, especially freedom of speech, expression, and personal liberty, were suspended. Political opponents were arrested without trial under preventive detention laws. The press was censored and parliament largely functioned as a rubber stamp. Democratic dissent, a cornerstone of a healthy republic. It was portrayed as a threat rather than a right. At the same time, the period exposed how fragile democratic institutions can be when power become excessively centralized. Although India had a written constitution and regular elections, these safeguards proved vulnerable when executive authority overshadowed judicial and legislative independence. Yet, the emergency demonstrated democracy's capacity for self-correction. When elections were held in 1977, the electorate decisively voted out the ruling government, reaffirming the power of the ballot and the people's commitment to democratic values. And the lessons we can learn from what had happened, one major lesson from the emergency is that constitutional provisions alone cannot protect democracy. Democratic values must be upheld in practice, vigilance by citizens, a free press, and an independent judiciary, and strong opposition parties are essential to prevent misuse of power. Another lesson is the importance of civil liberties. Development, discipline, or stability cannot justify the erosions of basic freedoms. The emergency reminds contemporary India that efficiency without accountability can slide into authoritarianism. Finally, the episode underscores the need for institutional checks and balances, reforms after the emergency, such as greater judicial scrutiny and safeguard around fundamental rights. It were attempts to ensure that such concentrations of power does not reoccur. In conclusion, the 1975 emergency remains a cautionary chapter in India's democratic journey. It revealed both the vulnerabilities and the resilience of Indian democracy. For today's India, the enduring lesson is clear. Democracy survives not merely through laws and elections, but through constant public engagement, respect for dissent, and unwavering commitment to constitutional morality. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Hello, everyone. My name is Peter Buangthanga, son of Bisangma, and I live in Vientiane North. So today, we're talking about the 1975 emergency in India. The 1975 emergency was a pivotal moment that tested our democratic fabric, declared by then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, and suspended fundamental rights, censored the media, and arrested opposition leaders. The impact was profound. Institutions were awakened and authoritarianism crept in. However, in this democracy, resilience. Resilience since the people spoke loudly, ushering in a new era of democratic governance. Today, we must safeguard our institutions, protect civil liberties, and remain vigilant against the new erosions of democratic values. The strength of our democracy lies in accountability, institutional independence, and active citizen engagement. Let's reinforce our commitment to democratic principles and ensures India's democracy remains a beacon of hope and freedom. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lang Xian Tuang, son of Tang Xianzang. Now let's talk about the 50-year of emergency lesson for Indian democracy. The emergency in 1975 to 77 remains one of the most defining and controversial episodes in Indian democratic journey. As we mark 50 years since its imposition, scholars and commentators highlight several enduring lessons for Indian democracy. For some case lesson. Fragility of democratic freedom, civil liberties, press freedom, and political dissent can be suspended quickly under authoritarian impulses. The emergency reminds us that democratic requires constant vigilance. Number two, importance of institutional safeguards. During the emergency, Parliament was sidelined, the judiciary was pursued, and elections were cancelled. This underscored the need for strong, independent institutions can resist executive overreach. Number three, role of civil security and opposition. Student movement, underground press, and opposition leaders played a crucial role in resisting authoritarianism. Their struggle highlight the importance of civil engagement in defending democracy. Media freedom as a pillar of democracy. Press censorship during the emergency demonstrated how silencing media weakened accountability. A free press is essential to prevent democratic backsliding. Judicial responsibility. A judicial mixed response. Some judgment upholding state power, other defining rights. So how courts can either safeguard or compromise democracy. The episode reinforced the need for judicial courage. Electoral accountability. The eventual defeat of the ruling party in 1977 proved that further can restore democratic balance. It highlighted the resistance of India's electoral system. Contemporary reflection. Recent scholarships. For example, 50 years of Indian emergency, lesson for democracy, edited by Peter Roral, D'Souza, and Harsati, explore its impact across politics, law, media, student movement, and lecture, showing how deeply it shaped Indian democratic culture. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Vanaliana, son of the Kamwanga from Kuala. Today, I will speak about Viksik Bharat, 50 years of emergency, lesson for Indian democracy. On 25th June 1975, the government of India under Prime Minister Indira Gandhi declared a national emergency under Article 352 of the Constitution. This period lasts until March 1977. During these 21 months, fundamental rights were suspended, freedom was restricted, opposition leaders were arrested, and democracy faced one of its toughest. The emergency is often called the dark chapter of Indian democracy because citizens lost their freedom of speech and expression. Many political leaders, including Atal Bihari Vajpayee, were imprisoned. The voice of the people was suppressed and institutions were under pressure. However, The emergency also taught us powerful lessons. First, it showed that democracy is not just about election. It is about protecting constitutional values and citizens' rights. Second, it reminds us that no leader or government is above the Constitution. The Constitution is supreme. Third, it improved the strength of the Indian people. In 1977 general election, citizens voted peacefully and restored democracy. This showed the maturity and awareness of Indian voters. As we move towards the vision of Viksik Bharat by 2047, we must remember this lesson. A developed India is not only economically strong but also politically stable and democratically vibrant. Development without freedom has no meaning. The 50 years of emergency remind us that democracy is precious and must be protected at all costs. A truly Viksik Bharat will be one where development and democracy go hand in hand. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Zuan Puyafanai. My father's name is Efler Shuitlunga and I live in Champhai, Champhai. Today I would like to speak about the emergency of 1975, one of the most significant and controversial period in the history of Indian democracy. The emergency was declared on 25 June 1975 by the Prime Minister Indira Gandhi under Article 352 of Indian Constitution. It lasted for about 21 months until March 1977. During this period, the normal functioning of democracy was severely restricted. Fundamental rights of citizens were suspended and strict control was imposed on the press and media. Many opposition leaders, activists and journalists were arrested without trials. Political activities and public protests were largely banned. Elections were postponed and government exercised extraordinary powers over the administration of the society. The emergency has profound impact on Indian democracy. First, it weakened democracy institutions such as the judiciary, the media and political opposition. The censorship of newspaper limited freedom of expression, which is a core principle of democracy. Second, it created fear among citizens because dissent and criticism of government were not tolerated. Third, it showed how constitutional provision could be misused to concentrate power in the hands of few leaders. However, the emergency also demonstrated the reliance of Indian democracy. When elections were finally held in 1977, the people of India voted against the ruling government. The victory of the Janata Party showed that the power of the people and the democratic system remained strong. It proved that democracy in India could recover even after a serious crisis. The emergency offers several important lessons for today's India. First, it reminds us that democracy requires constant vigilance. Citizens must remain aware of their rights and responsibilities. Second, strong institutions and independent press are essential for protecting democracy. Third, leaders must respect constitutional limits and democratic values. Finally, the participation of citizens in election and public life is crucial to ensure that democracy remains healthy and accountable. The emergency of 1975 was a difficult chapter in Indian history, but also strengthened an understanding of democratic value in the country. It reminds us that democracy is not only about election, but also protecting freedom, justice, and the rule of law. By remembering the lesson of the past, India can continue to safeguard its democratic future. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Benjamin Monsanga, son of Dong Somliana. Today we're going to talk about 15 years of emergency lesson from Indian democracy. In 1975, emergency remained the most controversial chapter in the history of independence India, spanning 21 months from June 1975 to March 1977. It was a period when a constitutional machinery was suspended and the world's largest democracy transitioned into an autocracy under Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. The emergency was not triggered by a foreign invention, but by internal political stability. Lesson for Today India. Reflection on 1975 provide a roadmap for safeguarding democracy in 21st century. Institutional and over personalities. Emergency provide a democracy fragile when institution, the judiciary, the election commission, and the media become subservient to a single leader or party, a committee bureaucracy or committee judiciary. It is a threat to the check and balance required for a healthy republic. The power of the ballot. Perhaps the greatest lesson came in 1977 when the Indian electorate, literacy poor and electorate at that time surroundingly voted by the government that had silenced them. It provides the ultimate safe value of Indian democracy in the voter awareness of their own right. A democratic constitution is not a safeguard of democracy, it is only a tool. Its efficiency depends on the people who use and the spirit of those who live under it. In the 1975 emergency served as a permanent cautionary tales of India, reminding us that democracy is not destination when we reach, but we participate. We must renew every single day. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sun Mua, and my father's name is Govt, and I'm living in Bhopal. Today I'm going to talk about 50 years of emergency lessons for Indian democracy. The emergency in India, declared on 25th June 1975 by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, remains one of the most important and controversial periods in history of India. It lasted for 21st months until March 1977. During this time, fundamental rights were suspended, press censorship was imposed, opposition leaders were arrested, and elections were postponed. This period tested the strength and spirit of Indian democracy. 50 years later, the emergency teaches us several important lessons. First, the importance of constitutional safeguards. The Constitution provides checks and balances to prevent misuse of power. During the emergency, certain constitutional provisions were used to centralize authority. Later, through the 44th Constitutional Amendment, steps were taken to ensure that such sweeping power could not be easily misused again. This shows that democracy can correct itself. Second, the value of fundamental rights. Rights such as freedom of speech, expression, and personal liberty, and not just words in a book. During the emergency, when these rights were suspended, people realized how precious they are. Democracy survives only when citizens are free to question and criticize the government. Third, the role of the judiciary and the media. An independent judiciary and a free press are pillars of democracy. The emergency highlighted the need for courts and journalists to remain fearless and independent. When institutions are strong, democracy becomes strong. For the power of the people. In the 1977 general elections, the people of India voted out the ruling government. This peaceful change of power proved that ultimately, in a democracy, sovereignty lies with the people. It restored faith in democratic processes. Lastly, 50 years after the emergency, it remains a reminder that democracy is not automatic. It requires constant vigilance, responsible leadership, the strong institution, and aware citizens. The emergency was a difficult chapter, but it also strengthened Indian democracy by teaching a valuable lesson about freedom, accountability, and the rule of law. Thank you.
Respected Chairperson, Honorable Judge, and my dear friend, my name is Dalmuan Chana, son of Koltanga, and I am from Kozol. And I apologize for not being a formal dress and not fully preparing, and referring to my phone or viewing, presenting. Today, I want to speak about deeper lesson, not just about the right and silent. During the emergency, fear of entering society, many people chose silent because of they were afraid. Democracy does not collapse in one day. It becomes weak slowly when the people stop questioning and when institutions stop showing our courage. In the case of ADM Jalapur versus Srikavan Sukla, even the Supreme Court said that the citizens could not go into court to protect their rights during the emergencies. This teach us that democracy depends not only on laws but on the courage of those who protect them. However, in 1977, the people of India voted to peaceful change of the government. This provides that democracy in India may bend but does not break. After 15 years, the real lesson in this democracy is not protected only in the parliament or court. In this protect in the mind of the actions of citizens. When the people choose courage over fear, democracy survives. That's only. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lal Mangai Moya, son of Lal Tanzawa from Dilkon. Today my topic is the 1975 emergency and its impact on democracy and lesson for today in India. Let's start talk about what was the 1975 emergency. The emergency was supposed in India from 25 June 1975 to 25 March 1977 by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi under Article 352 of the Constitution. Citing internal disturbance, civil liberty was suspended, press was censored, and political opponents was jailed. Let's start talk on impact on Indian democracy. First, suspension of fundamental right. Citizens lost the right to freedom of speech, assembly, and protection from arbitrary arrest. Thousands of opposition leaders and activists were detained. Second, press censorship. Newspaper had to get government approval before publishing news. Critical voices were silent. Media freedom suffered badly. Third, centralization of power. Power shift heavily to the central government. State government and parliament become weak. Fourth, abuse of authority. Forced sterilization, derived and slum demolition happened in many cities. Public trust in government declined. Fifth, weakening of democratic institutions. Judiciary and parliament faced pressure. The balance of power was disturbed. Let's start talk on the lesson for today's in India. First, democracy needs constant vigilance. Right can be suspended if people do not stay alert. Citizens must question misuse of power. Second, importance of free press. Independent media is essential to express wrongdoing. Press freedom protect democracy. Third, strong institutional matter. Court, election commission, parliament must remain independent. No single authority should become too powerful. Fourth, respected for constitutional value. Emergency so whose constitutional provision can be misused. After 1977, safeguards were added to prevent easy misuse of emergency power. Fifth, people power restore democracy. In 1977 election, people vote out their ruling government peacefully. This proves the strength of Indian democracy and public awareness. Thank you.
My name is Vanil Rotfela, son of Tangliana. I come from Electric Way. The emergency of 1975 is one of the most important and controversial periods in Indian political history. It was declared on 25 June 1975 by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi under Article 352 of the Indian Constitution, citing internal disturbance. The emergency lasted for about 21 months until March 1977. During this time, democratic freedom were restricted and the power of the central government increased greatly. Allahabad High Court Judgment 1975, the court found Indira Gandhi guilty of electoral malpractice, which threatened her position as Prime Minister. These conditions create a political crisis, leading to the declarations of emergency. Major features of the emergency during the emergency period. Fundamental rights of citizens were suspended. Freedom of press was strict through censorship. Political opponents were arrested under preventive detention laws. Elections were postponed. Government rule becomes highly centralized. Programs like forced sterilizations and slum clearance were implemented in some areas. Impact on Indian democracy. 1. Weakening of democratic institutions. Parliament, judiciary, and media face strong control from the executive. Democratic debate reduced significantly. 2. Suspensions of civil liberties. Citizens lost basic freedoms such as freedom of speech, expressions, and protest. Many leaders and activists were jailed. 3. Fear and political control. The atmosphere of fear discouraged criticisms of the government. Opposition's voice became limited. 4. Administrative efficiency. Some supporters argue that disciplines improve, strike reduce, and certain development programs move faster. 5. Rise of political awareness. After the emergency, people become more aware of democratic rights and the importance of freedom. End of democracy. In 1977, elections were held and the ruling government was defeated. The Janata Party came to power, showing that Indian democracy remained strong and voters could peacefully change government. Lesson for today's India. Protection of fundamental rights is essential for democracy. Strong and independent institutions like judiciary and media must be maintained. Public awareness and participation protect democracy from misuse of power. Check and balance are necessary to prevent concentrations of authority. Democracy survives when citizens remain vigilant and informed. So the emergency of 1975 was a turning point of Indian democracy. While it saw how democratic systems can be weakened, it also improved the resilience of Indian people and institutions. The period served as an important reminder that freedom, accountability, and constitutional values must always be protected for a healthy democracy. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is P. Monsala, son of Kamkapa from Mur. Today my topic will be 50 years of the emergency, 1975 to 77. Lessons for Indian democracy. The emergency in India was declared on 25th June 1975 by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi under Article 352 of the Constitution. It lasted until 21st March 1977. During this period, civil liberties were suspended, opposition leaders were arrested, and press freedom was restricted. After 50 years, it remains a very important chapter in Indian democracy. Some lessons for Indian democracy. First, importance of constitutional safeguards. The emergency showed that fundamental rights can be misused or suspended. After it ended, the 44th Official Amendment 1978 was passed to make it harder to declare an emergency and to better protect citizens' rights. Second, protection of fundamental rights. Rights such as freedom of speech, expression, and personal liberty are essential. The suspension of these rights during the emergency highlighted how important they are for democracy. And third, a role of independent judiciary. Some court decisions during the emergency supported government actions. Later, the judiciary became stronger in protecting citizens' rights. It showed the need for an independent and courageous judiciary. And fourth, free press and media. Press censorship during the emergency limited the flow of information. This period taught that a free and independent media is necessary to hold the government accountable. Fifth, strong opposition and political awareness. Many opposition leaders were jailed. However, in the 1977 general election, the people voted out the ruling party. This proved that voters have the ultimate power in a democracy. And sixth, power of the people. In the 1977 elections, the Janata Party defeated the Indian National Congress. This peaceful transfer of power strengthened democratic values. And for the last conclusion, the emergency 1975 to 77 was a challenging period for Indian democracy. However, it also strengthened democratic institutions by teaching the importance of constitutional limits, protection of rights, judicial independence, free press, and the power of voters. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alro Sanga, and the son of Lal Ming Moi, and I live in Champhai, Kananveng. The emergency remain one of the most critical phase in the history of Indian democracy. It was declared by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi on 25 June on 25 June 1975 under Article 352 of the Constitution, sitting internal disturbance, the fundamental rights were suspended, opposition leader were jailed, press and the freedom from cartel and democratic institutions were several.
Sanga, son of Leoni, and I live in Champhai, and today I will be talking about the 1975 emergency. 50 years ago, on the night of June 25, 1975, India was plunged into an era of darkness. In a swift, unprecedented move, democratic rights were suspended, the press was muzzled, and the country's political opposition was packed into jails. The declaration of the national emergency by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was a
Good afternoon to our respected teachers and our my fellow students. My name is Lalrin Muani, and my father's name is Laldan Moya, and I'm from Karot Ven, Champhai. The emergency of 1975 is one of the most important chapters in India's democratic history. It is declared on 25 June 1975 by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi under Article 300. Government policies such as forced sterilization and slum clearance caused fear and anger among the public. Democratic institutions, including the judiciary and media, face heavy pressures. The biggest lessons of the emergency for today's India is the need to protect democracy and constitutional values. It reminds us that power must always be balanced by accountability. A free press, independent judiciary, and activity students are essential to prevent misuse and authority. The 1977 election showed that people of India could restore democracy through their votes. The emergency teaches us to stay vigilant and never take our freedoms for granted. That's all for today. Thank you.
Good afternoon, our respected chairperson, honorable our justices, and everybody, my friends. First of all, I would like to talk about emergency of 1975 and its impact on Indian democracy. The emergency my name is Zaunun Lua, and son of Lal Biaknia, and I'm from Upper Bethel, Champhai. The emergency was declared on 25 June 1975 by the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi under Article 352 of the Constitution on the ground of international disturbance. At that time, India was facing economic problems like affiliation and unemployment. There were also widespread projects led by Jayaprakash Narayan, who dominated political reform. The situation became more serious after the Allahabad High Court declared Indira Gandhi 1971 election invalid. Soon after, the emergency was imposed. During this period, democracy faced serious challenges. Fundamental rights were suspended. Freedom of speech was restricted and the press was censored. Thousands of opposition leaders and activities were arrested without trial. The power of the central government increased significantly, especially after the 42nd Constitutional Amendment. The independence of situations like the judiciary and the media was weakened. However, the emergency also saw the strength of Indian democracy in 1977. Elections were held and the people voted against the government. The victory of the Janata Party proved that in a democracy, the real power lies with the citizen. The main lesson for today, India is that democracy must be protected at all times. A free press, an independent judiciary, and activity citizens are essential for a healthy democracy. The emergency reminds us that freedom should never be taken for granted. Thank you.
Voina Viksik Bharat Youth Parliament 2026 district level competition na pangana chu zonun tluanga apala lompuya na alam lom ome palina chu zoruat puya anu krang than thuami khuang leng Zawruat puya hi thu soi dan khatle ma zir deuh chui ngai don ni soi thavia ma sela expression lai taka kha zir tur thade umai nei nang ma hian theina inalang thu hi ni li china sartlong ta san soi thiam ngai nia kan soi thiam kha chuan kan thu soi lai hian min en thap nge nge turata na thu soi thiam hi ngaya thu kan soi min phun mer mer to hi zonin kan soi thawak lo kan soi thiam lem lo tina ani tlang pui ni le pathum na h lalrin chani apa h ramdin thar reng lai panina David buang kuma anu banal chuang ik veng khang David ati thatok lo deu hlek na ke management atang chuan in time management akhan ani minute thum kha kan tia soi tau lo mayang at na pakhat na chu laram theng liana apa banal sang thu ya electric van football team ang daw ne tran rualangai criteria pathum kan te ka khanin ani hi ati tharwal khop maya state level a phei chuan hei ain lati thale thei bok do na amaro chu kan point pe ka tang khan kan han bel khom khan kan point na kha ain tluk thua kani laram kheng le po han sapo turte chiam chu om love abulami thianurin chani po an ma khai thlau mi lova ma se pakhat na te pathum na te panga na te kan omanga ya wang khan khang kha alo rang ta ne hin ti thakop mai ti kha kan soi langa ni chu